Battleship.
Dave's holding the camera because I'm too fucking stupid right now to work it myself.
I don't know how this is gonna go with me holding
Actually,
it
your shot's pretty good. It's usually better than the angles I have.
Right.
Sometimes when I'm holding that camera, I have it in a way where I can't see the monitor. So for the dictator, there's like a 30-second shot where Jillian's talking and it's just her tits.
But it got fucking.
And everyone loves it.
Yeah.
It really did get great comments for the cleavage shot.
This movie, you know, I wanted to give it a chance. I did because I mean, you could joke about, you could make like cynical jokes about, oh, it's fucking Battleship, it's gonna suck, or whatever. It's like, well, I mean, like in terms of movies based on a board game, I mean, like. You know, Clue was good. Clue
was good.
Like, and then, like, the teaser trailer that they had out for this last year was like, they're shooting pegs into the sides of ships. Like, yeah, you know, it might be so dumb. Like, maybe, I mean, it's easy to make fun of, but maybe it'll be so dumb. No.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, it's dumb.
Deliciously retarded, but no, it was just.
No.
It was.
It was just
I was thinking about
retarded.
it in the movie theater, and my problem with this movie is, like, explosions and ridiculous plot aside, it was saying stuff out loud as it happens the movie. Because, like, the very, very first scene, and this is when I realized this is the kind of movie it was going to be, is basically there's the two brothers sitting together at the bar, and the conversation goes, "We are brothers, and it is your birthday. Let us drink to the fact that you have no job, and I want you to join the Navy."
I was sitting there watching that, I was like, wow, Skarsgård is trying so hard to mask his accent.
Dude, Liam Neeson.
Liam Neeson.
You sounded like he was talking like a 1920s gangster.
I kind of like that. I mean, the 30 seconds that he's on screen. It's not even, Liam Neeson, it's not even a small part. It's a cameo. Like, he's in this movie for like 30 seconds.
Yeah, altogether. Yeah. Yeah.
And, God fucking damn it. Where do I start? Does somebody else want to fucking start in this fucking thing? It's, you know, it is a fucking Transformers movie. It is. Like, maybe like not as high as some of the terrible shit in Transformers got, because it does have the douchebaggery. Maybe not as much as Sam Witwicky, but...
Dude, I hated... What was Potter? Was that his name?
Taylor Kitsch.
Yeah, I hated
John
him
Carter.
more than I hated Shia LaBeouf.
I didn't hate him more than
I
Sam
hated him
Witwicky.
so much that I wanted the aliens
See,
to
I
win.
hate Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf was at least trying.
But Taylor Kitsch, I've seen him in other things where I'm like, the dude has fucking potential. But he keeps being in these really shitty fucking movies.
Okay, well, no, see, I didn't hate the actor. I hated the character.
The character was god-awful.
Yeah.
He was such a moron and such an arrogant... His redemptive moment was realizing what a moron he was and letting the Japanese guy be in charge.
Why wasn't that guy the main character?
Dude, he was the... Well, he wasn't the best character in that movie.
You know who was the worst? Fucking Rihanna, though.
No,
She
Rihanna
was
was not.
adorable.
Rihanna was not the worst character.
She was not adorable. She was like a block of fucking wood.
No, dude.
I want her to be in a good movie
Dude,
sometime, because I did kind of like her in this.
I don't know if I liked her in this, but dude, compared to the disabled guy.
Okay, well that's.
Oh my
I think
God.
I married that guy because he has no legs.
I think, and I'm sitting.
I'm betting that motherfucker has legs, and that was a waste of digital life.
I'm sitting there watching, like, do I crap on this guy's performance because he's probably disabled? But like, fucking Christ, what the? I want to go up and see the aliens.
I thought maybe he was
I have no
green
legs,
screen.
and that makes me angry. Yeah, but you did so many good things. Well, okay, let's go for a walk.
okay, let's go for a walk. Here, hold my gun. He'll be back. I'm sending you in there before I stick my metal leg up your ass.
Oh, that little scientist.
At the end. You mean not Jeff Goldblum? This movie's a ripoff of so many other fucking movies. You've got Jeff Goldblum from his blockbuster movies is in this. You've got the action from the Transformers movies. You've got the aliens look like look like from RoboWar.
Yeah.
They look like they're from RoboWar.
They look like the fucking Space Marines from Halo, is what they fucking look like.
Sea anemone goatees. That was like a weird character model.
They had 4 fucking thumbs and no fingers. And they were perfectly rotated around a perfectly round palm. And then they were carrying things, and I'm sitting there and I'm watching it and I'm thinking, that's not physically fucking possible to carry it like that.
I don't think they had like a real idea of what they wanted the aliens to be, because there's like that one part where he touches the dude and he like gets like mental flashes of like war and shit, and that's the only time.
It does not go back to that at all in the fucking movie. Like, is he psychic or something? Like,
and like when they're looking through the little viewfinders, there's like stuff that's flashing green and stuff that's flashing red, and whether it's green or red has like no bearing whatsoever, except the plot needs it to be read so they can shoot at it.
It wants to have.
Fuck you, Irving!
I love you, buddy! I love you so much! Thank you for taking the bullet!
It wants so bad to
We
have.
saw what to expect and we're expecting it, we took the bullet.
It does the same thing that like fucking Transformers,
Give me
where
the
like they
flash.
think we like
Lennon,
these
that's
people.
not fair.
They think
Not
we
much
like
left.
these
I don't
shenanigans.
care.
Like with the whole
Save me a
like
little
playing
bit
the
for
Pink
mine.
Panther theme at the beginning of it
Oh,
when he's
yeah.
doing his douchebag shit with the fucking burrito.
Get arrested
It doesn't.
for chicken
White
burrito.
trash.
It doesn't go on as long as like the shit in the Transformers movies. Like it didn't have like the blatant fucking misogyny and racism that the Transformers movie has. Even the action in this movie, like it looks like they're trying to be like Michael Bay, but I will say this, in this I could actually tell what was going on, unlike the Transformers movies.
Yeah.
Like I could
I agree
actually
with that,
I
'cause
could tell what was going on.
You get lost on the big screen with the Transformers movies.
Yeah.
And all the action is going too fast. The CGI is just a
The
clusterfuck.
acting
You know
is
what?
worse than in the Transformers.
Well,
movies.
The acting is much worse, and the CGI about the same, honestly. But the fact that
Yeah.
the storyline is just
I could have
Where-
forgiven it for that if it was at least.
Because, I mean, they were having to wrap the storyline around Battleship, the board game, but...
all
like,
they needed was fucking boats and pegs,
if
and
the
I would have been
characters
happy.
had been remotely likable, I could have gotten into it more.
I
but,
could have too.
Like you were saying, those two main characters that were supposed to, like, root for them to get together and, like, him to...
I had an
be
idea.
able to marry her? No, I hated them both.
You have a movie that takes place on a Navy boat with sailors, yet none of them act like sailors.
What a nice
It's not like they're in a fucking military service of any kind. It's like, hey, wear what you want, hang out. It's cool.
Scream holy shit whenever anything remotely
Be-
interesting
They're screaming,
happens.
"Holy shit! What the, was that? What the fuck is that shit?"
Yeah.
Oh my god! No one
Be
in this
yourself.
movie.
It's cool.
To
It's
give them
be
an opening
yourself.
to announce stuff that's happening as it's happening.
No one in this movie knows what's going on unless they're sharing the frame with what is going on.
Yeah.
Even though it's like-
Explosion. Fucking half of Hawaii is getting blown up, but if these dumb fucks aren't sharing the same frame with it, they have no fucking idea. They're just still on their goddamn hike through buttfuck wherever.
Driving
the
their
abandoned
boat
set of lost.
to shoot at a
Hawaii.
water, they're like, are we gonna go shoot
The whole
at a
island's like the
Yep.
size of the
Holy
fucking
shit.
parking lot
Yeah.
we're in.
Holy shit! I swear to God, like that dumb fucker from Kentucky or whatever in the movie.
Oh, the
I swear to God, that was
yeah,
Chris
looking
Boris.
I liked him. He amused me.
He looked like
Again, he was too stupid for the his character was too stupid for the role he was supposed to be.
When I
playing.
was a kid, Battleship was a timeless classic. We had battleships, submarines, lifeboats, sailing boats. Face it, Battleship's ruined. I swear to God, it's fucking. This guy looks just fucking like him.
He gives that little speech about his stupid lizard, and how it's like the third lizard of the line. All that to say, like,
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
the aliens are
The
susceptible to
kid was
sunlight.
playing his exact same character in Friday Night Lights, but on a fucking boat.
I didn't
He
see
really
Friday Night
was.
Lights.
Yeah.
I smoke a lot of pot, okay? Don't fucking judge me.
How is it that Friday Night Lights is a stoner show?
It's great when you're high. It really is.
How is it
Dave.
that the smartest and most well-behaved person in that theater was the baby?
People
brought a
applauded
baby
this
to
shit.
this
like a
movie.
2-month-old
Because we went to
baby
go
in
see
there.
it by choice. The baby's got an excuse. He was, I assume, forced to go see it. And then it was like a 1-month-old. This kid and his bald fat fuck of a dad is bringing him in there. The kid didn't make any noise. He's smarter than the dad is. So like this kid said not making a noise throughout the whole thing. But then we got this one fucking guy in front of us.
You guys leave my guy alone. He was
Come on.
Explosion!
The only
Every time something blew up or patriotic, I was just,
I weep for that guy's
admire your
brain.
worldview, my
He
friend.
was so happy.
He lives in a much.
he must have been like a former sailor or something, and that was just like,
Just genuinely
That's what
delighted
I
with
figured.
it's a movie that takes place
So
on a
watch
boat. I'm gonna
White
fucking
Squall. Watch White Squall. Don't watch Battleship. Watch Das Boot.
something. Fucking Hunt for Red October.
Yeah.
Let's bring that back.
The Russians are coming with Alan Arkin. And fuck yeah, watch that movie. It's better than this fucking movie. That guy's
it
every
was
time.
adorable.
Jesus Christ, man!
I paid
If this
$10.50
guy
for this.
breeds, it's the end of the fucking world.
It was so fucking terrible.
It really was.
It was so
Trying to be
bad.
mad I am. I'm just so
Like-
glad it's over. Like thinking,
And Brad said-
thinking back, there's parts that are hilarious in retrospect.
Yeah,
When
in
they're, like, staggering
retrospect.
down the hallway with that big torpedo over their arm, like it's this
It
huge
didn't-
dire situation. Just, anyway,
Oh, yeah.
come
Did
back
you
later.
notice-
We're almost there.
Did you notice,
was-
like 3 of them were really intensely like
Yeah.
carrying it while the other 2 were just like
It was a very
Little sweat.
disparity of acting.
It was Transformers if you cut out about 80% of the shit comic relief that was thrown into those movies. And there is comic relief in this, but not to the extent of those fucking Transformers movies. So, like, I don't think I was as mad at this as I was during Transformers 3. The acting in this is way worse.
Oh, yeah.
Way fucking worse than in the Transformers movie.
I'm just like this movie for me, like it's one of those things. I understand when you go see a big stupid movie like this, like you have to like kind of let it go a little bit and run
Yeah.
with it and be like, yeah, sure, that could happen. There's shit in this that like you're just like, no, that doesn't work that
Yeah.
way.
Yeah,
That
like-
can't. Okay. Brad said earlier when we got out of the theater that he was happy that they actually kind of played Battleship.
I didn't have a problem with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
My problem with that is that can't work in real life. That thing was actually moving from exact point to exact point. There was no in between.
But wasn't it like some secret,
No, it
like...
was
Yeah,
jumping.
What it was,
No,
there was
actually,
no.
they do
No,
have
secret
it was-
See, it was secret buoys.
they
They
do
weren't
have
secret.
buoys.
But those buoys were just
I don't know,
so that
Taylor
thing
Kitsch
was,
didn't know about
that
it.
thing was just jumping from buoy to
It
buoy.
was making
Yeah,
a
it
move
was-
like the game.
Devil's Advocate, yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
And
like,
there are really
it wasn't saying he
buoys
was
out
exactly
there that
on
track,
the buoys. They were
uh,
saying that was the buoy that was,
It was tracking the way
rocking back
it,
and forth. So that
Yeah,
was the buoy it was
but-
adjacent
But
to.
they were firing exactly a
So
little.
it would land on it and
I
push
can't
it
fault it for
underwater.
trying to be
Davis
like
is
the
a
game.
movie about
like if
aliens.
there's a few things I can't,
right there. Tonight.
and don't give me that, and no one give me shit about like, oh Brad, you should have left your brain at the door. Like, oh fuck, like,
no.
dude, I gave a very positive review to Ghost Rider 2, so don't give me that shit.
No, a movie can be dumb and
Yeah.
fantastic, and then there's dumb and just really, guys, come on.
I couldn't.
For me, sorry,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead. Oh, for me, the thing that took me out of the movie was those veterans. Because, like, at the
Yeah,
very beginning of the movie,
completely,
they've got them
yeah.
just, like, all there, at the opening commencement
Yeah.
ceremony, and, like, sitting in chairs and all frail and decrepit, and by the end of the movie, there's, like, booking it down the hallway and, like,
Yeah.
helping him
Yeah.
carry this 1,000-pound torpedo.
That made me smile.
You know what would have been really
And a
funny, though?
decommissioned boat
This-
suddenly has missiles on it.
No,
still?
this is what would have
I
made
don't
it
know
funny.
that's what they found that order.
This is what would have made that whole thing funny, where at the end we're like, we got to take over the USS Missouri, we got to do this. Who do we get to do this? And then it shows, and then in the movie it shows all the old guys come out and they're all looking around, and it's very like
In
you're
their
supposed to
sailor
like,
suits.
you're supposed to be like it would have been funny if he just suddenly goes like, all right, get all these old guys off the boat, we're taking this shit over.
See, that would have been great.
I would have laughed at that. That was like, all right, that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
That's the thing is they're already like up in the riggings and shit. It's like,
Yeah.
how did
Yeah.
you get up there? You couldn't stand
No,
earlier.
there was live munitions on the fucking boat that had been decommissioned for 50 years.
Yeah.
Live ammo
Yeah,
on
not-
a
just not-
tourist
they must
trap.
have missed the
They'll be
part when
fine.
they brought on new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also want to know, like, towards the end, and I don't even give a fuck if it's a spoiler or not, how do explosions run up electrical currents to explode buildings? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, when
That's-
they hit that hill and things are just boop, boop,
Oh,
boop,
that
boop.
It's
was
another
their-
thing with
That was their alien transfer.
I don't
The
give a
alien
fuck.
technology, dude.
it was their alien technology.
Oh, so it channels
They
explosions.
Did
make
you
all their
see that-
technology be highly explosive.
They were dropping those boxes like they were transformers almost. They were connecting themselves.
It's another thing too,
But
where like
cords blow up?
nobody
Like,
is
it
affected
wasn't-
by an explosion
We
in
had
this
to
unless they're
see what
sharing
was
the screen
going
with it.
on.
or unless they're Skarsgård.
We had to see
yeah,
it.
yeah. Well, he was
Otherwise,
sharing
we
the
wouldn't have
screen with the
known,
explosion.
right?
One thing that I was kind of wondering about was because at one point it shows President Obama on the screen. So
Clip
when
footage.
it
It's
showed
gotta be
when it
clip
showed
footage.
him, I was wondering. I was like, so does that mean that Peter McNichol is playing Hillary Clinton? Because I think he's playing the Secretary
Yeah.
of Defense.
Presumably.
Yeah.
Is like,
Yeah.
so does that mean he's playing?
And fucking Peter
Hillary Clinton?
McNichol walks on screen. I was like, hey, Peter McNichol's in
Like,
this
please be
shit.
president,
Yeah.
please be president, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was sitting there like, Peter McNichol, how could you? Like, really?
This guy. Do you know him? He was in there. very briefly.
Is
don't know who that
no? Show it to
He
me.
was, he was in the Pacific, and he's been in other movies as more of a part.
Yeah.
Never a main character, but definitely
Just
on
one of
screen
those
more.
guys.
And this guy was real quick, and I was like, and then he never appeared again.
He played the burrito.
He was very. It was very
which
quick.
burrito?
Oh, the whole
I can't
plot of
back around to that.
the whole
It's
plot of the
important
movie is very reliant and centers around a chicken burrito.
I'll figure out what
Nothing
his
would
name
happen
is.
in this movie if it weren't for a chicken burrito.
Although because of that scene, I did get to see that guy really get injured twice in a row. So that was
Twice.
pretty.
Yeah.
He fell out of his ceiling. His chest
Yeah. I
like how he
because
still had his
some
John
bitch
Carter
of a girl
hair.
at a bar wanted.
He still had his John Carter hair in those scenes. Like, oh shit, they did make a sequel. I don't know what else I
trying to
got.
figure out
Like,
what
as
this
bad
guy's
as you
name
think
is.
this movie is,
It's worse.
it's worse than you imagine, because I really did go into it. Not that I really thought it was going to be good, but
I thought it could have been fun.
I did kind of go. I did want to try. I did like. I didn't want to be too cynical about it, But it's fucking worse than you can fucking imagine that this damn thing is.
I expected to go see a bad movie that I could have fun making fun of. And I saw a bad movie that just made me so angry that I can't make fun of it. It just makes me that angry.
Made me miss The Dictator. Not the movie, Gaddafi.
Oh.
It's that bad.
No, like those had to be actual veterans. Those old dudes they had,
Yeah,
which means they
probably.
rounded up a bunch of actual veterans and then put them in the movie Battleship. And
And
I
then
just,
probably told them their lines 5 seconds before it started rolling.
Oh, dude, that one
So it's
guy
like
that came
making a
out, was
movie
like,
with
"Are we
you."
really gonna shoot a how he had his script like this?" I felt like someone explained to these dudes that there are better movies that they could have been.
They're
in.
better movies they could have been in. Like, what was the one guy's like? They're not sinking our battleship.
Right. Yeah.
No, this movie just fuck this movie.
We should talk about the Prometheus preview though.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, when the Prometheus trailer was over, I sat back and was like, fuck, shit, can't we just watch this movie? An hour into Battleship, I didn't know what to fucking say. I lean over to Sarah and I'm like, this movie is so good. Like, I didn't know what to
It's
say.
like, are we like 3 hours into it at this point? Like that. Oh,
I
half
look,
an hour.
we were like,
Fantastic.
yeah, fucking Christ. I rarely ever look at my phone. I really do. Like, I don't even think I looked at my phone in fucking Tree of Life, but that was mainly because Jake did and leaned over to me and says, "We still got an hour of this shit left." I'm like, but in this movie, I think I checked my phone like 3 times. I never fucking do that ever.
I
Not
kept
even in
having-
Transformers.
I just kept having moments where I would have to stop and stare at you for a minute. and-
Yeah. I feel Dave's cold stare on me. When that guy in front of us was laughing, Dave, like, turns his head over and goes, "You do not fucking clap at this." Like, it's scolding the man.
I was angry.
Dude, he was adorable.
Alright, we got Prometheus, we got that fucking Chris Pine movie.
And we got Snow White and the Huntsman again.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. That looks
Expendables
really
2.
Yes.
I know.
Which just looks...
So bad.
It looks so...
Embarrassed.
Just like pokes his head out in the
I'm
corner.
back.
It looks so bad, but so
Looks
great.
Fantastic.
I'm excited because I'm like, whoa, is Van Damme playing the bad guy? Like,
I think he is.
fucking
he
awesome.
really?
It looks like it from the
Yeah.
trailer. It looks like he's
I-
playing
I
the
would
bad
I was
guy.
having a hard time like getting the narrative that was like, ooh, there's that guy. Ooh, there's
And
that guy.
That is
Schwarzenegger's
the
back
narrative.
with his cameo.
Oh no, he's got a
Is he actually
role
in
in
it?
him.
It
Yeah.
looks like they're in
Oh.
this one more.
Yeah, Schwarzenegger and Bruce Willis have like full parts.
This is great because I was so mad in the first one when Bruce Willis showed up for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, you were upset. Like I was, but I mean, like I knew that going in that it was just one scene for the first one. If I didn't, I probably would have been like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? But like,
Boo.
in this, I heard that they're in it. Maybe not a lot, but they're in it more. I do know that than the first one. Fuck, I don't know what else we got in this damn
I
thing.
think we're spent.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure we're spat. My final thought is that, like, I don't know if I'll see anything worse this summer. Not saying there won't be worse, but whatever is worse, Jake and Irving will probably be in it.
Fuck you! Fuck you!
I was hoping he heard that. Alright, so that sucked so bad. As bad as you think this movie is, no. Like, I've seen some, like, compare it to The Asylum. No, The Asylum on its best day has so much better qualities than this piece of shit.
I do kind
Yeah,
of want to
this
see
was Titanic
the
too,
Asylum version of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for us this summer the question for bad movies.
What
but
could be
yes, but
worse
was
than
it
this?
Battleship bad?
Was it Battleship? At least they gave it to us earlier this year, because last year, like, Transformers 3 was like somewhere like mid.
Oh, there's gonna be something good coming out. Don't worry, we'll find something that's just
at
as
least
bad.
they gave us the really big shit early on.
You know that originally
Thank God.
that we were supposed to have more board game movies this summer, but Hollywood kind of canceled a lot.
Monopoly.
Yeah, Ouija board,
I
Magic
could see
board,
that
Magic
working.
8-Ball. Yeah,
They'll
they
make
were
a Ouija
supposed
board
to be-
movie. They can call it The
And
Exorcist.
Clue. They were into
I want
Clue
to see
again.
Parcheesi the movie.
Chinese
I want to
checkers.
see
I'll pay.
Batgame in the movie. This movie's so boring.
Why haven't they done Risk, or have they? And I just
Have they
missed
done Risk? I don't know.
Yeah, it was
Wouldn't
called
that be-
Barry Lyndon.
it. Wouldn't that be easy?
You ever saw Barry Lyndon?
Brad got it.
Awesome dueling action. It's great.
Brad got it.
I don't believe it. I love Barry Lyndon. All right, you guys got any
I just,
final?
Who his?
it's not often something really makes me want to open a vein.
You were
And not,
That's to just inject the heroin.
and not mine, Brad's.
you were just so angry before we even walked in. Before the preview started, you're like, "Fuck! Why am I
Getting so
here?
fucked up.
Fuck!"
Because you know what it was? It was because we got the Prometheus trailer, and that's gonna be so much better.
Because
than
that's like
this.
season
It's like, and I'm watching it anyway.
Look, motherfucker! Look what's coming out soon. This is what you're seeing now.
That's like that fucking guy, like when we saw Phantom Menace, like the midnight of that, and there was the guy in the front row who's like, can't we just watch Empire? All right, so let's get the boys back in
Brides.
here to talk about what to expect when you're expecting. See ya.
Bye. 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 Your turn, fuckers.